Hi, once again. I'm going to start off with showing you some pseudocodes now, just continuation, not pseudocodes from trace tables. I'm continuing from a pseudocode and loop videos that I did previously. So right now I'm going to show you the trace tables. So basically a trace table is a means by which a programmer would use to check to see if his logics are right and to see variables are changing accordingly and correctly. One of the things that he must have at hand though is some values to test the data, test the algorithm or the pseudocode with, and of course to be able to generate this trace table. Now how do you do that? Now the columns here of the trace table are really the variables that were used in the program. So I'm seeing here that a variable used is student pass, loop counter, name, mark, as well as now you're going to see two other columns, print in loop and print out loop. I think these two are necessary because they are always used to show output, and there's output going on in a loop and there's output going on outside of the loop. Hence the reason for these two separate columns here. Now, I have done some already to show what happened, but I'll do it again. Student pass, so I'm executing now. I'm performing a desk check. I'm going through my pseudocode, or you can go through your program code to see if it's going to change accordingly. Now, you never assume what is going to be changing. You always try to go through it line by line and see the changes occur and record those changes in your trace table. So we go, student pass is equal to 0, so I put 0 there. Loop counter is equal to 0, I put loop counter equals 0 there. I come down now, print enter student name and mark. So it's asking me for a student name and mark, in which case I would have typed out David for name, and I would have typed out mark with 78 for the mark, and I would have entered those. Now that's the entering here, those two lines. After that now, you go down to if mark is greater than or equal to 50. So it's going to check to see if it is greater than or equal to 50. And yes, it is, because it's 78. So it prints out the name, it prints out David, which was the variable name, and it prints out the word pass together with the name. It also did something. It said student pass is equal to student pass plus 1. So this here becomes 1. And then we go down. The loop counter is equal to, because it does not execute this part here, this else part here, it does not go into that. It goes down to this line now. Loop counter is equal to loop counter plus 1. And it adds on from 0, 0 plus 1 becomes 1 now, until loop counter is equal to 10. So is it 10? No, it's only 1. So it returns to the top and it asks another one, enter student name and mark. So here the next student name and mark is Sheldon. So we go now, Sheldon, and his mark was 45. So I type in there, Sheldon and 45. Now it goes down to this line here now, and it checks if mark is greater than or equal to 50, then print name is passed. Is he passed? No. So Sheldon, we go and you execute the else part. So name Sheldon unsuccessful. So it prints out Sheldon and the word unsuccessful. Lovely. Spelling right? Nice. So we go again. Now notice here that nothing happens to student pass. Student pass stays the same because that was in the if it was true in this if part here. The loop counter, however, is outside of the if, so it is it does go up, it does increment, so it becomes 2. So loop counter plus 1, it becomes 2, and then we go to the next line until loop counter equals 10. Is it 10? No, it goes back up. So it goes back up and it executes this next line here. So we go again, and we see here we have now Diana, and first mark was 50. And of course, when we execute the next line, that will be Diana. And time will run out on me, but basically this is exactly what you have to do for a trace table. I will just complete it very quickly to show the end and show a picture at the end in a short while.